Thank you.
Welcome to Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. Exclusive coverage of Navajo Nation and White Mountains varsity basketball online at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio smartphone app. And now, it's time for Northland Basketball.
Only Well, hi, everybody. Welcome into Northland Basketball and the 2025 through 26 basketball season. And our opening broadcast of the night finds us at Hatch Toyota Gymnasium in Show Low, the home of the Show Low Cougars. It is Cougars basketball. Part of Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone, and we are underway, everybody. Welcome into our broadcast coverage. A little auspicious start. I will apologize because I thought we were getting underway at the typical 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock girls tip time. But here in the early season, the Show Low Cougars will begin their games at 5:30. Now I know. So here we go. We just made it in time. Now the production team did a great job, and they've been ready to go for a little bit. So give them kudos. As we get underway here in the 2025 through 26 basketball season. You can see the Show Low Cougars have jumped out in front 2-0 over the Page Sand Devils. And the first shot of the night up and good for Lacey Peter. And Peter helps Show Low get out to a 4-0 lead. Here is Taylor Franklin dribbling the ball and getting a return pass for the Sand Devils. She'll try to lob it inside, looking for Tiara Taddington, and that is taken away. And the Cougars got numbers, a little 2-on-1, and a great finish by Reese Hatch at the end of that transition opportunity for the Show Low Lady Cougars. And we get a quick timeout, already just 89 seconds into this one. Stand by, everybody. This is Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
It's here and it's huge. Black Friday all month long at Hatch Toyota. Buy a Tundra, get a Tundra. Buy a new Toyota Tundra and get a Yeti Tundra 45 cooler free. Plus get up to $6,000 off MSRP and 0.99% financing for 72 months. Tundra is power, rugged, advanced, unstoppable. All models, all colors, in stock and ready to roll. Buy a Tundra, score a Yeti Tundra 45 free. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall or hatchtoyota.com.
You don't have to drive hours for top-notch healthcare. We've got it right here at White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic in Springerville. Heart skipping a beat? Our cardiologists have you covered. Achy feet? Our podiatry team's a step ahead. From pulmonology to orthopedics and mental and behavioral health, we treat you, not just the chart. White Mountain Regional Medical Center, empowering a healthier community.
Well, the Show Low Cougars came up with a steal, but then they threw the ball into backcourt. Jaylee Boyce trying to drop the pass back to her sister, Jordan Boyce. And it goes back to Paige, who then get the benefit of a Cougar foul. That committed by Lacey Peter. Peter got the first 2 baskets of the game for the Show Low Lady Cougars to start the scoring. And then there was that Reese Hatch bucket that prompted a Ladies Sand Devil timeout. So a 6-0 early lead for Show Low. The Sand Devils look to throw it in. Taylor Franklin gets her pass in. And we're already seeing some movement to the bench for the Sand Devils. They're going to get a steal, and they're going to get an and one chance with Tatum Moore picking up her first foul of the game. A foul that will send Savannah Franklin to the line. Savannah with the first points of the game for the Sand Devils. She's able to make it an even 3 now, and they have cut the Show Low lead in half here. 2 minutes into the opening game of the year for both of these teams. Tatum Moore is going to pull up with a shot from the right side. Couldn't hit it. Offensive rebound to Lacey Peter. Peter to Boyce. Jaylee on the drive, and that runner is going to be no good. Taylor Franklin scoops it up. She'll race down the left side, and Franklin driving. Draws 2 defenders, kicks it out on the wing, and the shot is up. It's no good and tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Tiara Taddington for Page Lady Sand Devils. We've got 5:35 on the clock here in the first quarter. Sholo in front here 6-3 early on. Cougars have yet to make a move to their bench. Among those off the bench and on the floor right now, Makira Williams, number 23, is out there for the Lady Sand Devils. Tatum Moore picks up the dribble, gets it away to Jordan Boyce, and now at the top of the key, a three is on the way, and that's going to rim off no good for Hatch. Rebounded. Jaylee Boyce outside Tatum Moore. Sholo's got multiple offensive rebounds early in this one. They're going to battle, try to get another, and they're going to get the basketball. This one is knocked out. Last touch by Savannah Franklin for the Sand Devils. See right here, that went right off her, right off the knee brace. Tiara Taddetson will leave the Sand Devils lineup as Sholo has trouble getting the ball in and will have it knocked out. Cameron Sosi has checked in. For the Sand Devils, we're still looking at the original five, Sholo Lady Cougars. All inside, and it is taken away by Makira Williams, who then gets tied up. And on the jump ball, the Lady Sand Devils take over possession of the basketball. Underway in 2025 with Northland Basketball, and as you're listening out there, if you are a business owner, would like to join our team here at the Sports Zone, we'd love to have you as one of our sponsors in the 2025 season. You can contact us by text message 928-205-9800, 9800. We'll have an email address for you here in a moment as well as that shot gets knocked out of bounds. The Cougars are going to give it up after the missed three-point basket. You can send an email with your inquiry about joining our Northland Basketball sponsorship team. Send it to sports@sportszone123.com. That is sports@sportszone123.com. We give and go, and it's going to be kicked back outside for the Sand Devils. Aubrey Dodson out there on the floor, number 10. And now this runner up off the glass. No good on the Dodson try, but Sand Devils get that offensive rebound. Under halfway remaining in the first quarter of this one, 3:45 on the clock. Taylor Franklin pull-up jump shot. And that one is going to be just a little bit too long, and the shot is no good. Rebound to the Cougars. They have now gone to their bench with Kinsey Frost in the lineup. Inside, Jaylee Boyce going to struggle. Three defenders surrounding her. Finally, it's Taylor Franklin committing what will turn into a shooting foul for Jaylee Boyce. And the first foul of the game is called on Taylor. First points of the game for Jaylee Boyce. And then Jordan Boyce, a steal. She'll throw it up to Jaylee. Up the floor, it goes. And that shot is just going to roll off there, no good. Knocked around. And then last touched by Jordan, out of bounds to the Sand Devils. Taylor Franklin finally breaks the ice with her first basket of the night. It's a big three right there. It's going to chop that Sholo advantage, which they've held from the start. Chop it down to 2 points. But there is Jaylee Boyce on the drive and up and off the glass. Shot is good, and she'll head to the foul line and try to make this a 3-point play. Committing the foul was Isiana Brown. And that shot is not going to hit anything, so it'll be Page basketball for the inbound. An early 10-6 lead for the Sholo Lady Cougars. In their first game of the season, there is a pass that gets tipped. Priestley Binney is in the lineup. Unable to control it, though, giving Isiana Brown a chance for the follow. And the Sand Devils are keeping pace. They fell behind 6-0 early on. Now they are battling. And since that point, they have outscored the Lady Cougars 8-4. 8-4. You had that three-pointer a moment ago by Taylor Franklin. She'll bring the ball into front court here with the right-hand dribble. And then there was that Isiana Brown bucket the last time up the floor for the Sand Devils. Franklin pull-up shot is off the back iron, no good. Rebound Tatum Moore for Sholo. 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Moore pulls up, and that three-point try is going to be short and out of bounds. And back to the Sand Devils with a chance to tie the game here in the first quarter. Sand Devils basketball, swinging around for a three-point try that is blocked by Jaylee Boyce, and Boyce will finish. Huge basket set up by the huge defensive play. And how many times do you see that on the basketball floor where somebody makes that big play on defense that gets turned right into points by the same player? This jump shot no good for Brown, but it's rebounded by the Sand Devils. And Isiana will have it again on the drive, and the little scoop shot is no good there. Rebound. Sholo Cougars up the floor is Tiara Paxson, and she'll get the ball into the hands of Tatum Moore for a Sholo bucket. We got 42 seconds remaining here in the first quarter at Sholo High School. Nice little dish. Give the assist to Taylor Franklin and the points to Tara Taddington for the Sand Devils. 22 seconds now remaining in the quarter. Sholo's got the basketball and the shot clock is turned off. Tatum Moore at the top and a hand check. Foul committed by Taddington. And that's her first foul of the game. And with 14.6 seconds remaining in the quarter, Sholo's going to call timeout. We'll just stay right here for a moment, everybody, and say thank you for joining us for our inaugural broadcast of the season of Northland Basketball. Page has made this very long trip to Sholo High School, Hatch Toyota Arena, for this matchup, this showdown. And out come the Sholo Lady Cougars. No shot clock. Tiara Paxson will throw it in. Lacey Peter, the target. She's got the ball, and the clock starts. Now 12 seconds. Peter has the basketball to the high post. The return pass, and that's going to produce the points. Executed well. Reese Hatch is going to end up with the assist. Coach Francis dialed it up. She drew it up, and it worked to perfection, and Sholo leads 16-10 at the end of the first quarter. Stand by. More Northland basketball coming up in the second quarter right after this.
The Black Friday sales event is on at Hatch Toyota. Save big bucks on Tundra. Up to $6,000 off plus 0.99% for 72 months. Or blast it to a new Tacoma up to $3,000 off plus 1.99% for 60 months or 2.99% for 72 months. Over 175 trucks inbound and on the ground. All models, all colors, all ready to roll. Built tough, built bold, built for Arizona. Save big bucks on trucks during the Black Friday sales event. Only at Hatch Toyota in Sholo or hatchtoyota.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your best of the White Mountains 2025 Best Propane Company, Owens Energy. In fact, it's their 5th consecutive win in a row. Owens has been proudly serving our community for more than 25 years, supporting local organizations, providing dependable service, and now an official partner of the Sports Zone's Friday Night Football Show. It's all about propane at Owens Energy, a local family-owned business with friendly, reliable service right here in Arizona's White Mountains. Owens Energy, your White Mountains propane provider.
Hey, reset the bells.
Hey, let's get the second quarter underway, everybody. Northland Basketball is presented by the Sports Zone. And Sholo gets possession to start the quarter after ending the first quarter with the final points on a set play out of a timeout. Good usage of that timeout to close out that first quarter. We get a Sholo personal foul whistled, and it looks like that's going to be Tatum Moore for Tatum now. It's her second personal foul. And this second quarter gets underway. 16-10. Sholo's Lady Cougars in front of the Page Sand Devils. Northland Basketball season underway, and there's a pass dropped inside. And after a shot attempt by Jade Sombrero, that was no good. That gets knocked out of bounds, and the Sand Devils got the hand on it. So it's Sholo's basketball. The Lady Cougars bring it in. Lacey Peter will call out the play and bring it up into front court. Gets a screen from Tatum Moore. Left side, Jordan Boyce. Back to Tatum at the top. Reese Hatch is out there. So is Jaylee Boyce. The original 5 Sholo Cougar starters are on the floor right now. Tatum Moore in the paint. Spin, dish. And Lacey Peter got cut off. Good defense. Franklin and Sombrero combining to cut her off defensively. They cannot get the rebound. After a Sholo miss, the Cougars back in business. And a new shot clock. Doesn't matter, don't need all that time. Tatum Moore turns around, puts it off the glass, and the first, second quarter points belong to the Sholo Lady Cougars. They lead now 18-10. You're listening to Northland Basketball at the home of the Sports Zone in the White Mountains, Mix 98, KRFM Sholo. Thank you for joining us on our radio broadcast down on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel. There's a lob inside that's going to tip off the hands of the intended receiver, Savannah Franklin. It goes out of bounds. Sholo will have it for the inbound. As you look again, the turnaround by Tatum Moore executed very, very well. Her father is one of the coaches that works with this team, and look at that again, great low block move. I am very certain that Dad has a lot to do with that very technically sound post move. And then from the outside, Taylor Franklin sinks a 3, her second 3 of the game. 6 points to lead the scoring for the Lady Sand Devils. Entry pass was tipped away by by Tiara Taddison, but Sholo got it back, and then Sholo traveled. And the Sand Devils are going to get the ball. Sombrero checks out of the game for the Sand Devils. So does Taddison. They'll leave. And into the lineup for Page comes Isiana Brown and Peyton Willie. Peyton Willie in the game. Those two are going to join Taylor Franklin, who will get the tip back up and in. That should count. There's going to be a foul as well to make this a possible three-point play. Let's see who committed the foul for the Lady Cougars. And it was Tatum Moore. Now she is in trouble. Tatum failed to just go straight up with it. Tatum's got her third personal foul, so now she's going to be pulled from the lineup as Taylor Franklin gets a follow after her missed free throw try. Can't make that follow, so our score is scores 20 to now 22. I didn't see who got that shot. Jaylee boys. And I'm a little confused because I think the score might be wrong. There's a jump shot from the right baseline. No good for the Sand Devils. They're going to get the ball, and in the paint, it is up, and it is good for Peyton Willie. Willie's first points of the game for the Sand Devils. Now, in my book, I have 22-17. Scoreboard, you see, says 22-15. Doesn't mean I'm right, but I think I am. Right? That's the husband and wife argument. I don't know if I'm right, but I think I'm right. So I'm going to go with I think I'm right. Sholo brings into the lineup Kinsey Frost. Kinsey Frost, number 44, has checked in. Just saw a shot of the head coach of the Page Sand Devils, Celeste Claw, Boca Claw. We're going to get a whistle. He fell down on the baseline. That's a non-shooting foul on a hand check. Let's see who may have now corrected the score. Lacey Peter. Lacey Peter has committed her second foul of the game now. Inbound for the Sand Devils. And off the inbound, the jump shot is up there. It's no good for Isiana Brown, but the Sand Devils will have it, at least briefly. And a turnover back to Sholo. A 5-point difference here in this one. They have corrected the scoreboard. You see it there on the screen. 22-17, the Sand Devils trailing the Cougars here in the second quarter. We're going to fix that orphan 2 that you see on your screen right there. That means second quarter, but we'll get that fixed for you here in a moment. Inside, shot up. Very handsy defense right there. No call. Lacey Peters' shot is going to be no good. And the Payson, or rather the Page Sand Devils, are going to have the basketball. And I think that's the first time I said Payson. My brain has been wanting to say, don't ask me why, it's been wanting to say Payson this entire time. I don't know why. I've called, I think, one Payson sports event this year, a football game. For whatever reason, I keep wanting to say, and right there I can see the jerseys, and it's emblazoned. It says Page right across the jersey. I'm looking at it just like you are. There's a pass that is going to go out of bounds. Tried the little left hand into the low blocks there, but Isiana's pass sails out of bounds, and the Lady Cougars take back over here. We are 3.5 minutes away from halftime. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Where were you guys on that? The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. All right, I guess I'll just say it myself. Halftime report. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is on the way. We're going to get a Sholo foul. That is going to be Reese Hatch. Hatch committing her first foul of the evening. And in the quarter, that is the first foul. No, the fourth foul. So one foul away from bonus for the Sand Devils. We'll get a hand check, and there it is. This should be Should be a 1-and-1. On the Jordan Boys hand check. Or is it 1-and-1? There's no 1-and-1. Sorry about that. It's two shots. Two-shot opportunity at the line for the Sand Devils. So they've changed the rules. Obviously, it's been a while. You gotta readjust your mind every time the season starts. There is no such thing as 1-and-1 anymore in high school basketball. There's no makey-takeys. Nothing like that. And we've got a 4-point game here. The Sholo Cougars, they've got the basketball, and Ari Riviera, number 23, is in the lineup now for Christy Francis and the Sholo Lady Cougars. You've got two of the best 3A basketball coaches in the business facing off here in this opening game of the season. As the lob goes inside and stolen by Tiara Taddington. Sand Devils work it up the floor, try to make it a one-possession game here, closing out the half. And they're going to go to the foul line. That's going to be Taylor Franklin to the line on a foul by Jordan Boyce. Boyce's second foul now. I mean, two of the best coaches out there. I think the body of work here since taking over 3 years ago for Christy Francis speaks for itself. They've been to the state championship game. They've been to the semifinals twice. Finished extremely strong last year. Taylor Franklin with the first foul shot, good. Now Sholo wants a timeout with 2 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock in the second quarter. We'll grab a timeout as well. Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
It's here and it's huge. Black Friday all month long at Hatch Toyota. Buy a Tundra, get a Tundra. Buy a new Toyota Tundra and get a Yeti Tundra 45 cooler free. Plus get up to $6,000 off MSRP and 0.99% financing for 72 months. Tundra is power, rugged, advanced, unstoppable. All models, all colors, in stock and ready to roll. Buy a Tundra, score a Yeti Tundra 45 free. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall or hatchtoyota.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
Taylor Franklin out of the timeout to the line. She made the first foul shot before the timeout. You see the miss right there. And Sholo will run it up the floor and see what they can do now with the basketball. Sand Devil foul. That should be a shooting foul. Tiara Taddington gets her second whistle of the game. It looks like she is going to be removed. So I was talking a moment ago for the timeout about the equality of these two coaches, Christy Francis for the Sholo Cougars. She may have been the conference coach of the year a couple of years ago. That shot was good for it. Sierra Paxson made one of her 2 foul shots. This is tied up by the Cougars. Jump ball. It will be Sholo's basketball. I tried. Didn't have the reach. Tried to save the basketball for the referees. Did not have the reach. 2:15 remaining in the first half. Inbound on the way. Priestley Binney in the lineup, number 13. Gets the pass, returns it to Jordan Boyce. The runner on the baseline, it's no good. Tipped. Last touched by the Sand Devils. No, by Sholo. Sholo touched it out. Stops clock briefly with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left until the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. I know you're trying. Halftime report, that's on the way. Now under 2 minutes. Cutter to the basket. And the pass from Aubrey Dodson could not find Cameron Sosi. Cameron, number 20, on the floor in the lineup for that other great coach that's leading her team in this game, Celeste Claw. Was one of the all-time greats playing Northland basketball, one of the best guards that ever played in the North and in the state in 3A basketball right there. And she is just as good a coach as she was a player, and that's kind of, it's a little unique, I think. It doesn't happen a lot. For whatever reason, being a great basketball player, great football player, great baseball player does not necessarily translate into being a great coach. And I think, as a matter of fact, more often than not, if you're the best or one of the best, if you're just blessed with incredible talent, becoming a great coach is not automatic by any stretch. More often than not, the better coaches seem to come from kids that were more average, maybe didn't have it so easy when they were players, you know, they're blessed with all the gifts, all the talent, had to work harder. But Coach Claw, she was great in both capacities. Still a great player, I think. She still gets out and plays basketball when she can, plays on maybe some travel teams or tournament teams or something. Jaylee Boyce unable to make those foul shots. We sit at 23-19 still. The scoring has cooled off some. Long pass, somebody wide open underneath. And yet the defense got back, and I think that was Benny, if I'm not mistaken. It was Benny or Jordan Boyce that got the block, and there's another block. That one, Jordan Boyce. Did Jordan get 2 blocks in that whole sequence? She might have got both of those. We're going to look at the highlights here at halftime. What a great defensive stand right there by the Lady Cougars. We go under a minute. Ball tipped, stolen. Priestley, Benny. Benny off the bench has made a couple of nice defensive plays. Underneath. Shot up, no good for Reese Hatch. That's going to roll off the front lip of the rim. Rebounded by the Sand Devils. Now 43 seconds left in the second quarter. Francis in the paint. That's Franklin. Franklin in the paint with a nice adjustment. Taylor Franklin makes this a 2-point game. Cholos had a couple of nice little leads in this one, but Sand Devils have managed to battle back both times, and they could grab this lead before the quarter ends. They're going to have to get the ball first. Riley Gaston in the game for the Sholo Cougars. Tatum Moore with her 3 fouls returns. We'll see what they run. Maybe a little low post action for Tatum. They'll inbound to her. Underneath, looking for Gaston. And lost the handle for a second, but Jaylee Boyce scoops it up. 11 seconds left in the quarter. Moore on the right baseline. Nice shot from distance. The mid-ranger for Tatum. Beautiful. 2 seconds. Taylor Franklin throws it up, just beating the buzzer. It goes wide left. And a strong finish by both teams here in the first half. We got a good one going on. There is a whistle. So before we check out, Sholo foul is going to be dealt with. That is Jaylee Boyce's first foul of the game. And they're going to go ahead and let Sholo go to the locker room and have a little discussion here at the halftime break. Time had expired on the shot by Taylor Franklin, who gets an opportunity here to see if she can add to her game-high 11 points. She is the first player on either team to get into double figures. And we'll see if she can get to lucky 13. Got a slow start. Didn't do much. Hit her first shot in the last half of the first quarter. Hit a 3-pointer. And then hit another 3 early on in the second quarter. This is where most of her points have come from. 10 of her now 13 points coming here in the second quarter. And after the first 2 free throws, able to make all 3 of those free throws, make this a 1-point game. She's got 14 herself. And we got a 1-point difference here as we close out the first half. There's Coach Claw and her staff, and they'll go have a discussion at halftime as well. So we'll grab a timeout. Return in just a few moments with the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. I heard you almost got it. Halftime report. That's on the way next, everybody. 25-24. Sholo's Lady Cougars in front of the Page Sand Devils. And we'll be back to Hatch Toyota Arena and Northland Basketball right after this.
The Black Friday sales event is on at Hatch Toyota. Save big bucks on Tundra, up to $6,000 off plus 0.99% for 72 months. Or blast it to a new Tacoma, up to $3,000 off plus 1.99% for 60 months or 2.99% for 72 months. Over 175 trucks inbound and on the ground. All models, all colors, all ready to roll. Built tough, built bold, built for Arizona. Save big bucks on trucks during the Black Friday sales event. Only at Hatch Toyota in Sholo or hatchtoyota.com.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Birkin's Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Birkin's Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
Beam & Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beam & Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beam & Drilling.
Step into the world where every bloom tells a story at the Bloom House Floral Design Shop. From enchanting decor to lifelike artificial florals that stay stunning year-round, we craft magic for your home, your holidays, and your biggest moments. Need a custom arrangement or a centerpiece that wows? We'll design it just for you. No fairy godmother required. The Bloom House, located in Pinetop and Sholo, is where imagination blossoms and every day becomes more beautiful.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare, right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first-half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
And we welcome you back in, everybody, to our courtside location here at Sholo High School for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime reports. After a 6-0 early lead for the Sholo Lady Cougars and a comfortable lead at 2 or 3 points of that first half, Payson, there it is, the second time. The Page Sand Devils were able to hit some key shots down the stretch. 3 foul shots after the buzzer on a shot attempt right at the buzzer by Taylor Franklin. She was able to sink those 3 foul shots going in to close out the half. And that gets us to our score here now, 25-24. And, you know, I got to say, you know, there were moments when I thought you could see the rustiness of an offseason where you could see that there was maybe a lack of some cohesion or chemistry on the floor by both teams. They haven't worked some things out. Their comfort level with the new lineups here in a new basketball season, not 100% there yet. You know, you could see some signs that it's the first game of the year for both teams. And yet at the same time, I thought you could also see some pretty good indicators that both these teams are going to be very good this basketball season. That's one right there, that little turnaround. You're looking at the highlights, those watching our video. That Tatum Moore shot, her low block work down there, her low post game is strong. It is strong right there. There's another example of it. And she's got the length, the height. So she is going to be a tough post player in the 3A East region. I think we still call it the 3A East for basketball, don't we? I think it's the East. It's the 3A Mountain for football. You got the 3A North with the Page Sand Devils. They're always going to be great. Sand Devils are always going to find a way. And by the way, Sand Devils are looking at adding a great talent to their already tough team. Trace Sinigini from Tuba City played their last couple of seasons. Treese Sinigini, sorry, I didn't mean to say Trace, but Treese is, and the team, they're going to find out tomorrow if her appeal is going to be granted by the Arizona Interscholastic Association. And if it's granted, she'll immediately start playing for the Sand Devils. If not, she's going to have to sit out half the season in the transfer. But at some point, there is going to be a new addition to this Page Sand Devil team. They're going to get a great, young, talented post player in Treese Sinigini. And I'll tell you, they could use some help in the low blocks. They've got some solid play down there so far in this opening game. I would think particularly about the efforts early on by Tiara Taddison. But they're missing, that element of height. Certainly somebody today that could match up with Tatum Moore. By the way, Tatum playing with 3 personal fouls right now. So imagine she's going to start the second half for Coach Francis. Don't know that that's a guarantee. She is going to be necessary for sure in the second half for the Show Low Cougars. It is an advantage they have that the Sand Devils don't have a strong answer for right now, other than maybe the inside-outside bracketing defense that they might have to employ if she starts to get more work done in the low blocks. Take a look at scoring from the first half. Show Low in front, and they are led in scoring by both Jaylee Boyce and Tatum Moore. Each of those young ladies has 8 points for the team. Lacey Peters scored the first 2 baskets of the game, and she's got 6 points right now at halftime for Show Low. 2 points in this one for Reese Hatch, and a single point for Tiara Paxson to equal the 25 for Show Low. On the other side for the Sand Devils, slow start for Taylor Franklin, but no matter because Taylor turned it on, and Taylor leads everybody in scoring at halftime. She's got 14 points for the Lady Sand Devils. Savannah Franklin has 4 points, and then a trio of Sand Devil players with 2 points apiece. Isiana Brown has 2 points, Peyton Willie with 2 points, and Tayara Taddington has 2 points as well for the Sand Devils. And we're going to grab a timeout, start the second half in just a moment. Stand by as we wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your best of the White Mountains 2025 Best Propane Company, Owens Energy. In fact, it's their 5th consecutive win in a row. Owens has been proudly serving our community for more than 25 years, supporting local organizations, providing dependable service, and now an official partner of the Sports Zone's Friday Night Football Show. It's all about propane at Owens Energy, a local family-owned business with friendly, reliable service right here in Arizona's White Mountains. Owens Energy, your White Mountains propane provider.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
Step into the world where every bloom tells a story at the Bloom House Floral Design Shop. From enchanting decor to lifelike artificial florals that stay stunning year-round, we craft magic for your home, your holidays, and your biggest moments. Need a custom arrangement or a centerpiece that wows? We'll design it just for you. No fairy godmother required. The Bloom House, located in Pinetop and Sholo, is where imagination blossoms and every day becomes more beautiful.
Well, thank you to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints. And a big thank you to all of our sponsoring partners of Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. We've got a brand new season getting underway here. Our inaugural broadcast of the campaign after a very busy football season. That is not over yet. We've got a football broadcast coming up on Friday night at Snowflake High School, Lobo Stadium. Snowflake set to take on Micah Mountain in the 4A state quarterfinals. It's an entry pass that is going to find its way inside, but won't amount to anything because it's a 3-second lane violation on the Lady Sand Devils. Welcome into our coverage of Sholo Cougar basketball, part of Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. And Sholo's got the ball up the floor. Lacey Peter to the high post. That's Reese Hatch. She'll give a screen to Lacey. And then Lacey tried to return the pass. It was intercepted. Well done by Jade Sombrero. Good early second half defense by the Sand Devils. Can they get their first lead of the basketball game? Here's a shot to try and do it. And that's going to just glance off the front iron and out of bounds to Sholo. So check your starters for the second half. You've got Jordan Boyce about to throw the ball into Lacey Peter. Jaylee Boyce is also out there on the floor. Tatum Moore and Reese Hatch round out the starting five in the third quarter for the Cougars. Sand Devils, I mentioned Jade Sombrero with that defensive play a moment ago. She is out, though. So is Peyton Willing, number 30, who takes this inbound pass. Got that pass from number 14, Savannah Franklin. Taylor Franklin, number 0, is in that starting lineup, and so is number 52, Tayera Tattaton. Sholo's going to the foul line for a couple of shots on a foul committed by Savannah Franklin. That's her first of the game. And at the foul line is Jaylee Boyce. Jaylee is pulling that little trick that I have to deal with when I'm calling these Northland basketball games, primarily up on the Navajo Nation, which is with that amazing long hair that you get with these ladies that play, especially the Navajo young ladies. You can't ever see that back number on the jersey, and I couldn't really see the number there for a moment. And since she's twin sisters with her sister, made it hard for a moment. There's a drive, and there's a two-shot foul coming up. Going to the foul line is Savannah Franklin, and she is there courtesy of the personal foul, the second of the game on Reese Hatch. And so it's Savannah with a chance to add to her 4 points in this one and see if she can tie the game on this shot. And she does. First tie since zeros. Hey, I know those little kids right there on your screen. Those are my granddaughters, 2 of my granddaughters. One a mouth breather, one not, apparently. No, they're beautiful. That's Presley and Paisley. Paisley, also known as Allie. And look at this. For the first time in this game, the Lady Sand Devils have the lead, 26-25. Jordan Boyce on the right angle to Lacey Peter. Guarded closely by Taylor Franklin. Man-to-man page defense will get a hand check. That's going to be on Tattaton. And that'll be her third foul of the game, so I would imagine she is leaving. And indeed, immediately Coach Claw gets Aubrey Dotson up off the bench. And out goes number 52, Tayera Tattaton. Jordan Boyce looking, running out of time, and just got it into Tatum Moore. Tatum trying to back the defender down on the baseline, gets some help defensively. As Page getting that help. The turnaround in the paint is no good for Tatum. And I would imagine you're going to see a lot of that right there as long as Tatum can stay on the floor. She's got 3 personal fouls. So the Sand Devils now working with their first lead and a chance to pad that a little bit right here. I wouldn't say they've got the momentum because it just doesn't feel like there's any momentum to speak of out there. So give it a moment. We'll see if it feels like something is building or not. It was a slow, steady comeback by the Sand Devils after falling behind by as many as 6 a couple of different times. Tatum Moore's turnaround is no good off the glass, and we saw her make, like 3 of those effortlessly in the first half, and now maybe the Sand Devils contesting it more, maybe forcing her a little bit further out away from the basket than she's comfortable. I'm not sure what the defense and the adjustment that they made has been by the Sand Devils, but now we're looking at 3 missed shots from Tatum here in this third quarter. And so far, Sholo looking for their first points of the second half with 2.5 minutes into the third period. And our score is Page 26, Sholo 25. Entry pass to Jaylee Boyes. Gets tipped. She feeds Tatum, and Tatum Moore has her first bucket of the second half. Now she's in double figures for Sholo with 10 points. And that's going to bring out a timeout as Sholo recaptures the lead. And we grab this timeout here on our broadcast of Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone. Stand by.
You don't have to drive hours for top-notch healthcare. We've got it right here at White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic in Springerville. Heart skipping a beat? Our cardiologists have you covered. Achy feet? Our podiatry team's a step ahead. From pulmonology to orthopedics and mental and behavioral health, we treat you, not just the chart. White Mountain Regional Medical Center, empowering a healthier community.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
5365972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
So the Sholo Cougars retake the lead here in the third quarter. Sand Devils call their first timeout, the first one they've spent here in the game. Sholo's called a couple of timeouts. And that second one, the second timeout they called, produced it's a beautiful usage of that timeout to produce points. I believe it was Tatum Moore. They ran a play for her inside. And with 5 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Sand Devils will inbound the ball and see if they can take the lead back. Going a little back and forth here in the third quarter. Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone. If you would like to talk with us about sponsoring Northland Basketball here in this new basketball season, you can send an email to sports@sportszone123.com. sports@sportszone123.com. You can also text to 928-313-9800. 928-313-9800. There's the third foul of the game on Sand Devils' Isiana Brown. Inbound pass, Tatum Moore. She's going to feed Lacey Peter on the cut. Lacey is knocked over and fouled. And to the line she goes. Taylor Franklin, second foul of the game for the Sand Devils. Still no momentum. No momentum on the floor. Neither one of these teams has that. We haven't seen a real big run from anybody. As you see the contact committed by Taylor Franklin. Lacey's first foul shot made this a 2-point game, and now Sholo is in front by 3 on 2 foul makes by Lacey Peters. She's got 8 points in the game for the Lady Cougars. We got 4:43 on the clock in the third quarter. And Cholo in front, 29-26. The Sand Devils, Page Lady Sand Devils with the basketball. A little handoff. Going to run the weave out there on top. And then feed it right side for an Isiana Brown three-point try. Unable to connect from out there. Sand Devils are going to get it back after the rebound. Brown has it at the top. Aubrey Dodson. Now baseline. Nice move. Good Euro step from the baseline. And the shot is good for Savannah Franklin. Cholo jump shot, no good. They've got it back. Great rebound by Reese Hatch. Now Tatum Moore working, and she'll get her runner up there, and that's going to be just a little bit shy. She got net, but she did not get the cylinder. And good defense, good pressure is going to produce a steal. Three-point try, no good for Jaylee Boyce. Sand Devils get it back, and they run it up the floor. Isiana Brown attacking the basket. She is fouled, and that might be the fourth foul of the game on Tatum Moore. And it is. And so they're going to have to get Tatum off the floor. And I got to tell you, that's a foul, and maybe I saw another one of these. That was a foul made with the feet. And by that I mean, at least what I thought I saw, by that I mean that Tatum kind of planted the feet and reached and leaned more in. At least that's what it looked like to me. Let's take a look at it again. Well, no, I'm going to take that back. And in fact, I'm going to suggest, we're going to look at that again here in a moment. I'm not sure I'm going to agree with that as an actual foul. Free throw ties it. Free throw gets the lead back for the Sand Devils. 2 for 2 by Isiana Brown. Sand Devils have shot the ball pretty well from the foul line. Here in the third quarter, they're 4 for 4. Aubrey Dodson is committed a foul. Look at it again. Yeah, I failed to see where Tatum Moore committed a foul on that. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate circumstance. That's a huge foul. Out there playing with 3, now has the 4th. And it means that we are not likely to see her for quite some time. I'm sure not for the rest of the quarter. Maybe right at the end of the quarter, if an opportunity presents itself to get her on the floor. You know, run an offensive play, a set play in the final seconds. But outside of that, I don't know if we're going to see Tatum. We might not see her till halfway through the fourth quarter if Cholo can keep it close without her on the floor. Jaylee Boyce at the line, struggling a bit. She has missed 7 straight foul shots after she made her first 2 free throws of the game back in the first quarter. She has not made one in 7 straight tries now for Cholo. And that's a big 3. Connecting on that is Savannah Franklin. Savannah now in double figures. She's got 11 points. And I'm assuming that Savannah and Taylor, they're sisters. Are they sisters? Cousins? Up the floor, and we haven't seen too many transition buckets in this game. Cholo just gets one right there. Kinsey Frost out there on the floor in place of Tatum Moore. Able to get the shot. Cholo runs the floor well. That possession, but neither team has run the transition game well today at all yet. There's a shot from outside that's no good, tipped out, knocked out, and that's going to be Cholo again. And the Cougars with a chance to see if they can tie this game. So the ball is going to come in. That's going to come in to Lacey Peter. Jordan Boyce throwing that thing in. Lacey up the floor. Little cross-court pass, and that's going to be out of bounds. Cholo lost it. Can we get a shot at Jaylee for a second? Jaylee Boyce coming up the floor, jersey number 2 for the Cholo Lady Cougars. She's out there on defense. There she is, Jaylee. So if I'm not mistaken, let's see if the camera says yes here. Jaylee, I believe, was the 3A, the region volleyball player of the year, wasn't she? Nodding the head, yes. So not just a a great basketball player. As you see her sky for that rebound, she has made some great defensive plays in this one. I think she's got 3 blocked shots, and I think had 2 blocked shots on one play, one defensive play. And she's going to hustle over to get the basketball. She just got fouled. But Jaylee, not only a great basketball player, but a terrific volleyball player as well. I believe she is going on to play volleyball in college when her days here playing for the Show Low Lady Cougars are completed. And that foul shot is no good. It was, by the way, the second foul of the game on Savannah Franklin that has put Jaylee at the foul line. And she is struggling there. Boy, I hate to say it, but that's 9 straight misses at the line. Think about it. You make 6 out of those 9, which is not an unreasonable ask for any high school basketball player. And, look at the difference on the scoreboard. Hand check foul on the Cougars. And committing the foul was Reese Hatch. And now Reese has got some foul trouble. She's got her 3rd foul of the game for the Lady Cougars, who continue to play without Tatum Moore. And now with the ball out of bounds off the inbound, getting Sholo the basketball. There's Tatum on the bench. It is 33-31. Page in front of Sholo in this girls' game. There's a backcourt violation. Sand Devils going to get the ball back. So some mental mistakes being made right now by the Cougars. Sholo fans are screaming, saying it was tipped, and no, I don't think so. That's a hard one. Show it again. Slow it down next time. Slow it on this one. Show it again. We're going to look at this. Show it real slow. That's Reese working with it. And that is Jade Sombrero, the defender. Inconclusive. Although maybe the fans are right on that. You see the spin of the ball. I think it's possible she did get fingertips on it. We don't have the best angle from that shot. Although our guys gave you a great look at it. When you see it at full speed, to me it doesn't look like it was touched. When you see it in slow motion and you see the spin of the ball come out the way it did, it starts to look more like, with the hand motion, the finger motion of the defender, Sombrero. I think she may have indeed been the last to touch it, and we'll see if it gets points for the Sand Devils. It does not, and then Taylor Franklin commits a foul trying to tip it out to her teammate. After another Sholo rebound. Interesting that they called the foul. They didn't call it on Taylor. They called it on Peyton Willie. And a foul shot is good for Jordan Boyce. Now they're going to come over to the scores table, and I think they're going to correct it. All right, they said it was 30. You have that replay? Let's see if Peyton is the one that committed that. They are giving the foul to Peyton Willie. And Jordan Boyce will make that shot as well. Look at it again. Here's the... Yeah. I don't know how Peyton Willie figured into the foul, but she's the one that gets it. And if you're a Sand Devil fan, you would rather that at this point of the game Peyton gets called for the foul than does Taylor Franklin. That happens from time to time. It's early in the season. We're all making mistakes. These young ladies out there, they've made a mistake or two. The coaches, I'm sure they've made their mistakes. Officials going to make a mistake once in a while. I made the biggest mistake of all. I thought the game was starting at 6 o'clock, so I got here 2 minutes before they actually tipped it off. And I got a late start to my broadcast. So the broadcasts are making the biggest mistake of all tonight. And probably making the most mistakes every night at one of these games anyway. So Tiara Paxson has committed her first foul for the Sholo Cougars. We got 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Paxson is able to tip that, get another hand on a basketball. So she loosened up the ball a little bit, but could not come away with it. Taylor Franklin, bounce pass right side. Jade Sombrero now back to the top. Pull up on the left side. Floater is no good. Tipped. Franklin too high off the glass, and Reese Hatch will scoop up the rebound. With now 15 seconds remaining in the quarter and a tight game, 33-33. Right side, Paxson. Drop the dribble. Now 8 seconds. Hatch, turn around. Shot blocked by Sombrero. 4 seconds. Franklin running the floor, and she is going to throw it up and just miss at the buzzer. We're tied at 33 going into the final 8 minutes of this one. Stand by, everybody. It's Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
It's here and it's huge. Black Friday all month long at Hatch Toyota. Buy a Tundra, get a Tundra. Buy a new Toyota Tundra and get a Yeti Tundra 45 cooler free. Plus get up to $6,000 off MSRP and 0.99% financing for 72 months. Tundra is power, rugged, advanced, unstoppable. All models, all colors, in stock and ready to roll. Buy a Tundra, score a Yeti Tundra 45 free. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall or hatchtoyota.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome back in, everybody. Welcome into the brand new basketball season here at the Sports Zone and Northland Basketball. We'd love to have you along for the ride here as a sponsoring partner with us. Why don't you reach out to us and we'll tell you how you can join our team as a new sponsoring partner of Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. You can send an email to this address, sports@sportszone123.com. You can also send a text message, and we'll return that as soon as possible. Send that text message to 928-313-9800, 9800. Inbound for the Sholo Lady Cougars, and the fourth quarter is underway, and Sand Devils immediately are going to amp up the defensive pressure, and that's going to force Sholo into a timeout, try to protect the basketball here in a 33-33 tie. Timeout taken. We'll be back in a moment. Stand by. It's Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Step into the world where every bloom tells a story at the Bloom House Floral Design Shop. From enchanting decor to lifelike artificial florals that stay stunning year-round, we craft magic for your home, your holidays, and your biggest moments. Need a custom arrangement or a centerpiece that wows? We'll design it just for you. No fairy godmother required. The Bloom House, located in Pine Top and Sholo, is where imagination blossoms and every day becomes more beautiful.
And we're back into this fourth quarter, Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. By the way, you're listening live and local across the White Mountains on the home of the Sports Zone, Mix 98 KRFM Sholo. And those of you watching on our live broadcast, live video stream broadcast on the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel, thanks for joining us there. I see some people commenting in the live chat there. And a couple of interesting comments and questions being posed there. Somebody says that they are hearing that Tuba City are the favorites to win the 3A North because they bring back experience from last season. And They certainly are bringing back experience, but one problem is that highly valuable player from that team a year ago, Treese Sinigini, has transferred to Page. So Treese will not be a part of that group for Tuba City. As you watch Priestley Binney at the line for Sholo, missing that first foul shot. Sholo struggling at the line today. And that foul shot was going to go in. It will not count. Lane violation. Inbound for the Sand Devil. We're still tied 33-33. Kind of an uneventful first minute of this fourth quarter. Ball goes inside and a travel on Tierra Tattison. So starting out this fourth quarter, the Sand Devils do have Tierra out there. Also, Taylor Franklin. That shot is no good. We stay tied at 33. Also on the floor is number 10, Aubrey Dodson, who is playing defense right now and blocks the shot of Jordan Boyce. Great defense by Aubrey. Called her name, and right on cue, she makes the block. And up the floor in transition, Taylor Franklin is going to hit the floor on a Sholo foul. 2 shots on the way for Taylor. Others out there, while Taylor Franklin is in this fourth quarter starting 5, Isiana Brown, number 12, is out there for the Sand Devils. And so is Jade Sombrero. Jade Sombrero is on the floor. Sholo's Presley Binney has just committed her first foul. Okay, I'm going to get the pronunciation of her name right. I said Presley Binney. It's actually Priestley Binney. I'm sorry, Priestley. The tie is broken. Taylor Franklin on the first foul shot. And 2 for 2. Taylor's got 16 points in the game for the Lady Sand Devils. Somebody on our live chat on the YouTube channel is asking what our schedule is for the month of November, and I wish I could tell you. So we get a personal foul on Tierra Tattison. That's her fourth foul of the game now. So she is in trouble. Coach is not making a move to the bench. Sholo is going to make their own move as Jaylee Boyce, she breaks the ice and makes a much-needed foul shot. She was struggling. She's got 8 points here in the game now. It could be a bunch more because the Sand Devils have sent her to the line a lot in this one. And goes 2 for 2 at the line. Has 10 points for the Cougars, and those 2 shots tie the game. We're tied at 35. Boys game coming up next in our broadcast doubleheader. Tattison inside is going to get cut off by Jaylee Boyce and her defense. Jaylee has played strong defense all day and now grabs that rebound. She has been the standout defender of the game. Inside to Lacey Peter, to Hatch, back outside, and a 3-point basket for Jaylee Boyce. She heard her name being mentioned. She heard the talk and knocks down a big one. 38-35, Sholo in front with that. Jaylee Boyce, 3-point basket. We're going to get a foul whistled on Reese Hatch. Reese has 4 fouls in the game now. Coach is leaving her out there at the moment. And with the lead and 5:46 remaining, still have not seen Tatum Moore return to the lineup for the Cougars. I'm going to guess we see Tatum when there is 3.5 minutes on the clock if this thing stays close. Another Jaylee Boyce steal. Her defense is phenomenal. And she makes the basket off the steal. 15 points in the game for Jaylee Boyce. She has come to life here in the fourth quarter. Really had she played a great game all game long anyway. When you're playing basketball, you can play great defense, no matter what. Almost. I mean, short of an injury, short of being real sick, maybe you got the flu out there or something. Short of all that, you can play defense, and Jaylee's done that all game long, and now she is trying to see if she can help her team on the offensive side, and has done a great job. Benny inside of the rebound, going to miss that shot, and then fight for the rebound, and then I think commit a foul. Watch the steal and the make by Jaylee. Second foul of the game whistled on Sholo's Priestley Benny. Cougars trying to battle and doing a good job without Tatum Moore. They've built themselves a 5-point advantage in Tatum's absence and have outscored the Sand Devils 7-2 here to start the fourth quarter. Lob inside, and that's going to get loose from Peyton Willie. Ends up in the hands of Savannah Franklin for a follow, and then a Sholo foul. Or is that a jump ball? Got tied up. That's what happened. It got tied up, and the Sand Devils, they want a timeout here. Trailing by 5. It's Sholo 40, Page 35 in the girls' game. 4:46 remaining. Stand by. This is Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
You don't have to drive hours for top-notch healthcare. We've got it right here at White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic in Springerville. Heart skipping a beat? Our cardiologists have you covered. Achy feet? Our podiatry team's a step ahead. From pulmonology to orthopedics and mental and behavioral health, we treat you, not just the chart. White Mountain Regional Medical Center, empowering a healthier community.
So it looks like Priestley Benny has just fouled out of the game. She has just been whistled for a foul. And look at this, with 4:37 remaining. Here comes Tatum Moore back into the lineup with her 4 personal fouls. Priestley Benny getting some appreciation from her coach. And I said she fouled out, but she did not. Sorry about that. That's only her 3rd foul. My apologies. It's Reese Hatch who just grabs that rebound, who's out there playing with 4 fouls for Sholo. And her teammate Tatum Moore, who's returned to the lineup, has 4 fouls for this final 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Sholo in front, 40-35. This is one of those areas, those spots where as a head coach, it's where you earn a lot of that stipend they pay you. Is it a big stipend? Is it a lot of money? I think that all depends on where you're playing. But this is where you earn it right here. You're managing these final moments of the game. As you watch Peyton Willie follow nicely for the Sand Devils and get them their first field goal of the 4th quarter. They got 2 foul shots from Taylor Franklin early on in the quarter. That's the first time they've made a shot from the field. Now, the Cougars have only made two shots from the field in the quarter, 1 of 3, and a couple of free throws. So Sand Devils have been able to keep it close, and right now you see that if you're watching the video, 3-point lead, 40-37. There is a swooping defensive play, knocking it, batting it out of bounds as if it were a volleyball. Because she's a great volleyball player, Jaylee Boyce making another great effort play. Inbound the Sand Devils. Luciana Brown unable to hold on to that one. She lost the ball out of bounds. We've got 3:16 remaining in regulation. Sholo to inbound the basketball. Jordan Boyce into Lacey Peter. The other 3 out there for the Cougars include Jaylee Boyce, Tatum Moore, and number 14, Reese Hatch, who gets the ball at the high post. Returns it to Jordan Boyce. Lob inside to Tatum Moore. She is surrounded by defenders and fouled with the ball coming in. This will not be a shooting foul. But it is the 4th foul on Isiana Brown. We've got exactly 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Sholo 40, Page 37 in the girls' game. Inbound to Jaylee Boyce. Now to the corner right side. Lacey Peter inside down to Tatum Moore. Too strong off the glass, and she'll commit her 5th foul. Trying to get the rebound out to her teammate. And now the Cougars are going to have to play the final 2:53 without their best post player. And Tatum is going to have to check out of the game. The officials are having a discussion. They're going to get it straightened out. It was a foul on Tatum. I still haven't allowed her to leave, though, because you can only come into the game when you're beckoned by the officials. And there will be 2 foul shots required here for the Sand Devils. Officials are having kind of first game jitters. We're all having it. So now the officials were asking about it. It is the 5th foul.
Can't remember.
And you heard one of the officials right there say, I can't remember. You know, he's explaining, well, it's the first game of the year, man. We're all going to have these issues. And there goes Tatum Moore. And I got to say, since we've all made our mistakes in this one, the officials made a mistake on that 4th foul they called earlier in the game on Tatum. Quite sure on the replay that she did not make any contact that warranted a whistle. And that's going to leave it up to her teammates to battle for the final 2:53. As you see, both of those Isiana Brown foul shots go in. She is 4 for 4 at the line. And guess what? It's a 1-point game. Sholo in front, and they're going to throw it away. Boyce trying to find Boyce underneath. That ball goes sailing out of bounds. Sand Devils can take the lead back right here. Right side, Peyton Willie, guarded closely by Reese Hatch. Good defense by the Cougars, but if they don't come up with it, and they do, they steal it. Jaylee Boyce. She blocked the pass, stole it, gets an assist on the feed to Jordan Boyce. Huge play, and Jaylee Boyce's defense has been magical for Sholo in this game. Is it enough for the final 2 minutes? Shot from the corner. That 3 is good for Peyton Willie. Buries a big shot for the Sand Devils, forcing Sholo to get a timeout. Huge shot, ties the game. It's 42-42. There's that steal. There's your assist. And there's your assist for making a basket for your team. Answered on the other end by the Sand Devils with the 3 from Peyton Willie. She's got 7 points in the game. We haven't heard much in the second half from Taylor Franklin. Taylor's out there, only has a couple of personal fouls, but she just hadn't had a lot of shot opportunities. Led everybody in scoring at halftime of 14 points, but only a pair of free throws made by Taylor Franklin in the second half. So she's got 16 overall. On the other side, Jaylee Boyce has 15 to lead the Sholo Cougars in scoring, but Jaylee has multiple steals. At least 3 blocked shots, I think, as well for Jaylee. And she is picking up defensively where her legendary teammate left off. No idea what the kids' signal was there. Is that Is that the 6-7? Is that what that was? Is that how they do that? 6-7. Do I say it right? Am I saying 6-7? You're going to hear that a lot this basketball season, I promise you. From me. Although I keep hearing that it's a really bad thing that they're saying. Some bad rap song or something. Ooh, was that a backcourt? Wasn't called. The feet went across, I think, and then it came back on the other side. We're going to get a Sand Devil foul. And that is Peyton Willie committing the foul. Let's see if this is a backcourt violation. Didn't quite see it. 3 fouls in the game on Peyton Willie. Oh, that's all day long, isn't it? Do I understand the rule correctly? Here's the shot. It's up and no good. Came up way short. And back to the Sand Devils to see if they can break the tie. After the Peyton Willie three-point basket made it a tie. At the end of our broadcast, in the postgame, we will announce the Sports Zone's Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Lob it in to Taylor Franklin. Shovel pass to Isiana Brown for a jump shot from 16 feet. That was huge. And the Sand Devils are back in front, 44-42. And a timeout for Sholo with 1:11 remaining here in regulation. How many timeouts remaining? That's going to leave Sholo with one timeout. Sand Devils have 4 timeouts remaining in the game. If you'd like to join us as a sponsoring partner of Northland Basketball, you can contact us by email or text. The text number is 928-313-9800, 9800. The email address, that is sports@sportszone123.com. sports@sportszone123.com. Don't leave the S out at the end of sports in Sports Zone, or we're not going to get it. 44-42. Inbound for the Cougars. Lacey Peter gets a screen. Confusion, and stolen by Savannah Franklin, but then she's got it blocked by Jordan Boyce, and we're going to get the ball out of bounds. Lacey Peter was trying to save it. Oh, I see what happened. Well, she established herself before she got the pass. I think that was clean for Sholo. I think Sholo should have the basketball right now. I'm going to look at it again here. If you get a Sholo foul called. Watch it again. It's inbounds. It's still in. And Jordan Boyce established herself right there. Unless I'm missing something, I'm not sure what that was all about. Reese Hatch just committed her 5th foul, and she is fouled out of the final 55 seconds of this big showdown to start the season. Two great 3A girls high school programs. Savannah Franklin with a clutch foul shot there, make it a 3-point game. And the miss, keeping the Cougars at 1 possession. Will Sholo go for 2? Will they try to hit a 3? 43 seconds remaining in the game, and 21 seconds on the shot clock as it goes out of bounds. Jordan Boyce tasked with throwing it in for the Cougars. Page 45, Sholo 42. And a turnaround 3 is on the way. No good for Jaylee Boyce. Rebound. Savannah Franklin. Lacey Peter commits foul in backcourt. Has to. She fouled Aubrey Dodson. 3 fouls in the game on Lacey now. 33 seconds remaining. The game is still within reach for the Lady Cougars, but these foul shots going to tell a lot about how this game ends. Two-possession game. Huge foul shots by Aubrey Dodson. The Sand Devils are 7 of 8 from the foul line in the fourth quarter. They are 11 for 12 from the line in the second half. And they grab an immediate timeout off the make. I would imagine that coach is telling him he wants to contest the shots, but I don't think Coach Claw wants any fouls. And then, of course, on the inbound, what do they do then? One timeout remaining for the Sand Devils now in the game. Sholo's out of timeouts, can't do anything about that. Sholo's got to get down the court. They've got to score quickly. They don't need a three, but they're going to need a three somewhere in the next potential two possessions. You can do the math just like I can. We'll see if Sholo can hit a shot, and then they're going to have to go man defense and contest the inbound, try to get a takeaway if they can convert offensively on their first opportunity. Page is going to drop back and allow the Cougars inbound the ball. Now we're going to have to get, I think, a reset on the clock. They ran some of the clock, but also buzzed it.
It was the timeout. Yeah, 33.
So they're going to put 33 back up on the clock. Hey, let you know, somebody was asking on our live chat, they're asking about our schedule coming up. And frankly, I don't have our schedule for the remaining month of November. But I do know what we're going to do on Monday. Monday we have a game again here at Sholo, and it's a boys-only game. Starts at 7 o'clock. Sholo boys taking on the Payson boys. Sholo versus Payson, boys-only game, 7 o'clock Monday night. We'll have the broadcast for you here at the Sports Zone. Inbound, under 30 seconds now. Dangerous pass. Jaylee Boyce gets it back. Lacey Peter, she's going to pull up for three. Lacey's got the shot off the glass. 18 seconds left. Inbound. And Sholo fouls immediately, sending Taylor Franklin to the free throw line for two shots. Jaylee's got her second foul of the game. How about that? Any way it goes in, you'll take it. Lacey Peter knocks home the big three. Sholo can afford one free throw make by Taylor. Cannot afford two. And the Cougar fans, they are making some noise. Make some noise. Okay, sorry. They're making some noise. The Sholo student section is on their feet. And those two big foul shots by Taylor. She'll contest the inbound, and a collision and a foul on Jaylee Boyce? Wait a minute. All right. It's early in the season. Two girls going after the ball right here. Watch them both go. I think that could get called either way. I think it could be a great no call, I think, as I understand it. Contesting the ball. Both had kind of a, equal shot at it, but the foul is called. And the Sand Devils are going to put this one on ice. With Aubrey Dodson at the line and free throw shooting being the key in the second half for the Sand Devils. Sholo missed a lot of foul shots in the half. Really in the whole game, they missed a lot of foul shots. Sand Devils shot well from the foul line in this game. And three, no good for Jaylee Boyce. Final seconds tick off. And the Sand Devils make the trip to Sholo and get a 51-45 victory over the Cougars. Great fourth quarter played where the Sand Devils outscored Sholo 18-12. And in the quarter, 11 of 12 from the foul line for the Sand Devils. They were 15 of 16 in the second half. And we're going to announce our Sports Zone player of the game in this one. And we've got something rare here because we're going to give the player of the game to Taylor Franklin. So Taylor Franklin of the Page Sand Devils is our Sports Zone player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And you know what? In a rarity, Jaylee Boyce for Sholo is going to pick up co-player of the game. We don't do that often. You don't see the team on the wrong end of the score get it very often, but I'll tell you this, Jaylee deserves it. She deserves some recognition, some acknowledgement for the game that she played. And I think setting up a she is setting a tone for the season, I think. And seems like she has taken over the role as the great defender for Sholo that Raquel Wilson was in the past. Boy, Raquel was a phenomenal defender for Sholo. We continue our post-game wrap-up and a chance to talk to our Sports Zone player of the game. She led the way in scoring and hit 4 crucial foul shots in the fourth quarter for a team that made 11 of 12 free throws in the fourth quarter to win this game 51-45. The Page Lady Sand Devils. Let's talk to our Sports Zone player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. It's Taylor Franklin. Taylor, congratulations. How you doing? Good to see you. And season underway. Your team, you got it going. Now listen, 4 foul shots for you. The key to the fourth quarter was the free throw line for the Sand Devils, where your team made 11 out of 12. Let's talk about shooting the ball like you did from the foul line and doing it in a really clutch situation with the pressure. Tell me about the foul shooting by this Page team. Yeah, you got to run. I'm going to take you back to, there was a couple of minutes left in the game, and a huge three-point basket by Peyton Willie. Talk about that shot. Your teammate making that three that puts you ahead. I believe it gave you guys a 3-point lead when she made it. It may have tied the game, but I think it actually was a three that put you in front by 3. So talk about the moment when Peyton hit the shot for the team. Yeah, great job. And do you know anything about Treese? Treese Sinigeni, she transferred to the team. You guys are waiting to find out if her appeal is going to be granted by the AIA, right? Yeah? Is she going to add something to your team? Speaking of family, is Savannah, is she your sister? Yeah, she had a great game too. Savannah, are you proud of her? Yeah? How fun is it to play with her? Great job tonight. Congratulations. It's good to see you. Taylor Franklin right there, everybody. Our Sports Zone player of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Okay. Let me make a little quick change here.
Good.
All right, somebody. Here we go. let's talk to the successful, victorious head coach of the Page Lady Sand Devils, Coach Celeste Claw. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you
too.
too.
Shake your hand before the game.
Yeah, well, I thought the game started at 6.
So you were late.
I had other things I had to get done. I thought it was going to be almost late for a 6 o'clock start, and then all of a sudden I found out the game started at 5:30. But Coach, congratulations! What a win for your team, a comeback win. Sholo, in front most of the first half and on into the sand. But your team, just resilient and especially great at the foul line. So let's talk about what your team did for you at the free throw line tonight.
Great at the foul line, yes. But resilient definitely speaks highly of that second half. First half, it's just meshing well together. We only got a couple practices with the girls who are in postseason for flag football and cross country. It's tough first games, right? So we knew the chemistry wasn't there. No one was being vocal. When you lose girls who are very vocal from the past years and someone needs to step up, that's where we're going to struggle at the most right now, is who's going to step up this year. So, but they were able to figure it out together by the halftime, and the second half be able to produce and be able to give what they normally give.
And playing that team that you just played, the Sholo Cougars are really one of the great teams in 3A basketball in the last 3-4 seasons. And Jaylee Boyce on the other side, number 2, her defense was just unbelievable tonight. And you had to overcome that. What did your girls do? What was the key to them being able to face that kind of intensity on the road at Sholo and come away with the win?
It's not even the defense. It's just the grit they both have. For 2 and 3, like they're 2 of the really good players from the 3A North side, from Sholo's side, and if we can give them our best, we know they're going to give us their best. It's just who's going to grind it out the most all the way to the fourth quarter, and who's going to finish up those shots at the end. I have nothing but praise for those 2, and for number 2 and 3. But we put our best defenders on them. We tried everything. They're going to have great nights. Everyone's going to have great nights. We just got to grow together better as a team and work on our defense a little bit more.
Does getting a win like this on the road against a good team, first game of the year in November, does it mean anything particular for you? It's just another game?
It's a start of on the road in the beginning of the first half. I mean, I don't know if you heard about our gym getting a buckle, so our entire gym floor is completely closed.
This game was supposed to be at Page.
It was supposed to be a home game, but we ended up being on the road. I think it's definitely going to build the girls a lot more in the first half, and, we'll be good. Yep.
Coach, congratulations. Always great to see you. And, I know we're going to see you again, but it won't be at Page this year because of the gym. We'll see.
Oh, that's a bummer.
We'll see you out there on the road, okay?
We'll see you out there on the road then.
Congratulations.
I appreciate you guys.
Celeste
Thank you guys.
Claw, the head coach of the Page Lady Sand Devils, and her team gets a big win on the road here at Sholo tonight in this one. We appreciate her joining us. And I apologize. I don't know that our live stream audience heard the conversation a moment ago with Taylor Franklin. I apologize for that. We had some issues the way we set up our equipment tonight, and so she was on our radio broadcast, just not on. I don't think that we captured that on video, and it's our apologies for that, but we do congratulate Taylor. We'll continue talking to another one of our Sports Zone co-players of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and this is a rarity. It's very rare that we would give a player of the game to a player on a team that loses the game. It's not unheard of, it's just very rare. But after the night that Jaylee Boyce had fighting for the Sholo Cougars, keeping this team in it to the very end, we had to acknowledge, Jaylee, your effort tonight.
I appreciate it.
Jaylee Boyce joins us now from the Sholo Cougars. Jaylee led the scoring with 15, and that's impressive. But I have to talk to you about your defense, Jaylee. That was phenomenal defensive work out there by you tonight. Congratulations to you on the effort. I know you'd like to get the win. You'd probably trade the win for a few of those
I'd like
stats. Yeah, but let's talk about that for a moment. Your team battled, and you had the lead for much of the game, but You played one of the best teams in the state, the Sand Devils, Page Sand Devils, and it's early, first game of the year, so it's going to be a lot of mistakes. We saw some of the chemistry issues that need to get worked out, things like that. But how did you feel about the effort by the Cougars tonight?
I think it was a good first game. We know what we need to work on. We know what we can do. We know what we can't do. It's a loss, but sometimes you need those to know what you need to work on. And good thing it's early. It's our first game.
Yeah.
It's not later, so yeah, like I said, we know what we need to do now.
Obviously, it's a different team with girls that have left, graduated, and now other girls have to step up into key roles out there. You're stepping into a role that, to me, I didn't know that anybody could fill the shoes of Raquel Wilson and the way she played defense. But your defense it's every bit as good as what Raquel provided to this team, and to have that weapon that your defense provides, that's going to be big for Sholo. But I want to also talk to you about Tatum Moore, because Tatum clearly is working on her low post offensive game. And, boy, I tell you, she looks really good down in the low blocks for you guys on offense.
Yeah, she's our big. Like, she's not the tallest person, but she looks like it. When she's down there, she gets the job done. We get her the ball, and she gets it done. So, yeah, we trust her down there, that's for sure. Yeah.
Let's ask you about you personally. You're going to go on and play college volleyball?
Sport. I haven't chosen yet.
Okay.
I right now it's leaning towards basketball, but I would love to play volleyball, basketball.
Do you think you know where you're going to end up going?
I don't.
Not yet.
I'm up in the air.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you going to try to stay closer to home, or you think you might end up halfway across the country?
I wouldn't mind either way. I think it'd be fun. Yeah.
Listen, great job tonight. It's not very often that when you're on the wrong end of the score, you get acknowledged, but there's no way we couldn't, give that acknowledgement for you tonight, because you played such a great game.
Thank you.
And congrats for the effort. Go get them next time.
Appreciate it. We'll get them next time.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations, Jaylee. Jaylee Boyce right there. Sholo Cougars, one of our Sports Zone co-players of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Final score 51-45. Paige was led by Taylor Franklin, the player of the game. She had 18 points in the contest. Her teammate and sister, Savannah Franklin, scored 12 points. Along the way, Isiana Brown with 8 points. And Peyton Willie with a big 3 in the fourth quarter that helped ice this game for the Sand Devils. She had 7 points in the contest. Aubrey Dodson with 4 points. And 2 points in this one for Tiara Taddeton. For the Sholo Cougars, they were led by that young lady we just talked to. Jaylee Boyce had 15 points. Her teammate Lacey Peter with 11. Tatum Moore had 10 before fouling out in the game. 4 points for Jordan Boyce. 2 points each for Reese Hatch and Kinsey Frost. And a single point in this one for Tiara Paxson. And the boys' game is about to get underway. So we're going to end this broadcast and start a whole new one for that boys' game in just a moment, everybody. So stand by for it. We'll get you going on that one as we open up our season of Northland Basketball broadcasting right here and exclusively here. Northland Basketball, a presentation of the Sports Zone. Final score, Page 51, Sholo 45. The boys' game is next. God bless you, everybody. Stand by for that broadcast coming up in just a moment right here at the Sports Zone.